Hello and welcome back to the couch. We saved you a seat. My name is Luke, and this is,
Austin.
and we're checking out. We're doing a spoiler review. Jeez, for Fantastic Four. We both just saw it. I saw it yesterday. You saw it yesterday, right?
Mhm.
We're just gonna be talking about the things that are spoiler heavy, and then I hope if you got a moment, you can give me a out of 10 and where it is in the Marvel Universe movie list. There's like 36, 37, something like that piece of content in there. I sort of gave mine yesterday, and I'm happy to talk about that too. But overall, can you tell me just like what do you think? What is your rating for this?
Out of 10?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's gonna be boring. Probably like a 7, honestly.
Okay.
6.5 to a 7. Like, yeah.
Okay. So I had it as at an 8
Okay.
personally.
Mhm.
What is something that would have, and we're assuming people have seen the movie already. What are some things that like what you think would have made it better?
Um, I don't know. Just being a fan or a somewhat fan of the comic. I just thought certain things were like rushed. Like I feel like from cast announcement to like the movie coming out was very quick, and then I think the story kind of showed that where things were just kind of happening, not enough like, I mean, I guess we don't need, I feel like we still need some more background on the characters.
Okay.
I mean, granted, people know them, but like they kind of just jumped in, and I mean, I like that sometimes, but um yeah, I would just say from a story standpoint and how rushed things felt, um I would have liked it more if the story was better. If that makes sense.
There's there's a 3-hour movie in this movie that's only a 2-hour movie.
Yeah, it's like less than that.
I remember checking my phone. It was 4. I went in at 2, came out at 4. So
Mhm.
it's less than that. But there is a, like I said, there's a 3-hour movie cut of this movie.
Mhm.
Uh, there's a lot of Reed Richards stuff that I imagine was cut,
Yeah.
like the brilliant scientist stuff, because he didn't do any of that. I mean, he did do some of it. Uh, so I guess I'm with you. I guess it did seem like it was a little bit rush is the wrong word, but yeah, I mean, it seemed like you said it was rushed. It was
Well, I think
it
like
felt a
this,
little incomplete.
yeah, the story felt like very like quick and like boom 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 we're here like that.
Did
Like
you feel the same? Have you seen Superman? Did you feel the same way about Superman?
I saw Superman. Yeah, but I don't know, for some reason I I gave that movie more grace. Just it's tough. It's getting on the foot.
I got you. No.
No, I like Superman more because that made more sense in the sense that like with Superman, he's so powerful, he's gonna be like dealing with all these threats at once, and I think they kind of uh, put that across, like how like chaotic it can be to even be
Mhm.
Superman.
Right. If you
So,
have the capacity to save everyone, you should save everyone, and that can
yeah,
mean never taking the boots off. Yeah, I
yeah.
got you. I got you. Getting back to Fantastic Four, what did you think about Galactus and our Silver Surfer person?
So to me, that was probably the best part.
Me too. Okay. Well,
Yeah,
no, actually, I take it back. One part was better than that, but go ahead. Sorry.
one part was best. Like any action involving those two was great. I liked the look.
Hmm.
The Silver Surfer looked really cool.
Me too.
All
Yeah.
of her, yeah, all of her action sequences were very impressive. Her movements were super fluid. And then Galactus, like, I mean, yeah, they made him like threatening, and I don't know, it looked like the actual actor playing him. I thought the look was done really well. I would have wanted like even more Galactus than we got. Um,
For sure.
so yeah, I thought everything involving them, the look of him, he looked like a, I don't know, his his armor kind of looked like he was like had like a whole like city on him because there's all these like little lights and little tiny like pieces. Looked like he was like almost like a walking space station or
Right.
something. So I
Yeah,
thought
this
it was really cool.
his the scale, and I'm not talking about his size, but the scale was such that it felt like an Avengers 1 movie to me.
Hmm.
Because our superheroes, there's 4 of them, blah 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 blah. Avengers are 6 or 7,
Yeah.
but like it took, Thor's not stopping that guy by himself,
Hmm.
and I think the Hulk isn't stopping Galactus, right? It took a village, and I think that's pretty cool in this movie, that where we didn't have that in Thunderbolts, maybe where they talk the guy down from being
Yeah.
super evil. This was thoughtful, right? This was like they used their brains, and then in the end, Vanessa Kirby. I gotta tell you, my favorite part was her.
Yeah. Just like the whole performance as a whole, or
Yeah,
like when she sacrificed the whole thing.
yeah. And the mother sacrificing for the child, I thought is a correct choice.
Hmm.
It's she's I came out of the movie thinking, and I put this in the other review too. I can't think of another actress that could play that role as well as she. Like
Really.
she's at that. To me already, she's at that Robert Downey Jr. Hugh Jackman level.
Hmm.
Now she had the meatiest role. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. She had the best part.
Yeah.
They could have made it a more Johnny Storm, a more Mr. Fantastic, a more the Thing centric situation or movie. They could have.
Yeah.
But it was it was a Sue Storm movie.
Hmm.
But she's incredible, and I think the part that I like the most is that she matches Reed's brilliance
Hmm.
with her like queenness. I don't know how else to say it. Like she's a superior force of
Hmm.
willpower and being and heart, just like he's a superior force in brilliance and mindfulness and all that kind of thing.
Hmm.
And they did such a good job not making her just a hot chick. To me, just a hot chick who has a couple of good lines and has a couple of heroic moments.
Yeah. She had like the heroic moment. What did you think of the other like performances and cast members?
I thought they did great. I think they did their job. I think anyone could play those roles.
Yeah.
And that's part of it. That's part of what I'm saying is I thought that, there's a 3.5 hour movie in there somewhere,
Hmm.
maybe 3, because you could have extended Johnny Storm's characterization. You could have given him an actual character arc. You could have done the same thing for the Thing. They don't have character arcs. They are the same at the beginning as they are at the end, which I'm fine with.
Yeah.
It's okay. Ultimately, it leads up to the end credit scene, which is something I want to ask you about. Did you watch the end credit scene? Thoughts on? I mean,
Oh, I mean, I always want more. So yeah, with the end credit scene, I mean, it was again, it was sorry, I keep saying cool, but yeah, I mean, it looked good, but I always want more. Just like I don't know, just turn around. Like I'm curious. I hope that's like an actual like beat from a future movie, and they don't just like because he just zapped into your house. Like
yeah, show his fucking face. What are we doing?
yeah,
Yeah. He had the mask off.
right,
There's intention to that. We know as comic book people, he never takes the mask off.
right.
Why is his mask off? So that was a little bit silly. But show his fucking face.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
I have a feeling he's going to be taking his mask off a lot in the movie because of who's playing him, but
which is silly. But
yeah.
it goes into my thought. I was telling my brothers about this in other situations that I think there's a very clear sign in these final 2 movies that once Kang the Conqueror stopped being a thing, unfortunately, because that guy, incredible, charismatic, he would have made a great MCU villain.
Hmm.
In this scope, with this level of scope, I think the moment the decision was made to go to Doctor Doom, Sue Storm became the main character of the MCU.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, like, and I don't think because I don't. Have you played Marvel Rivals?
A little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, she's like the most played female character on that show or the
Oh, I
game or
didn't know
whatever.
that.
She's undeniably good. It's her powers in the movie are correct for the game,
Hmm.
but yeah, I think they did a great job with her. And going back to her, I know I'm just blowing up on her. She's younger than me too, which is wild.
Really?
Like, she has an ageless face, but I thought she was like 41.
Uh-huh.
And she's a year younger than me. Wow. But you've got to have a character that's gonna demand the ire of Doctor Strange, of maybe Namor, of every other genius level character,
Hmm.
which is there's like gonna be 4 or 5 in these Avengers movies. She's got to demand their attention.
Hmm.
And I think this is up to snuff with what that's going to look like. Don't you agree?
Yeah. Yeah. When I think about it that way, yeah. I mean, she's she's very striking for sure.
But she's striking, but she's a queen. Like, she is she's a force. In this movie, she's a force to be reckoned with. I mean, they prerequisite a little bit with her, like, she's created some sort of treaty with the Mole Man villain,
Hmm.
and she's kind of like a dog in her own way.
Hmm.
I've got nothing but positive things to say about Vanessa Kirby's performance and her characterization and the character itself. Best part of the movie for me.
Yeah.
Except for, and then the Silver Surfer having a change of heart. The Silver Surfer having an arc, while the Human Torch and the Hulk don't, or the Thing don't, is kind of crazy.
But the Silver Surfer like always has an arc, always has that specific arc.
Is that right?
Yeah, like the Silver Surfer is always like, oh, you're kind of good, like turn against your master, help us out. Like it's always the same arc. So I feel like they could just like put that in there super quick.
Right. Yeah, going back to Silver Surfer, I thought seeing her powers in action,
Mhm.
being able to like go to faster than light speed,
Yeah,
was dope.
yeah. I mean that. So that scene in the middle, the whole escape of Galactus, that whole like all the space stuff, that's probably like some of like the best stuff I've seen in a Marvel movie in a while, honestly.
Oh, and the pregnancy happening at the same time.
Yeah, and the pregnancy happening at the same time, like
So
all of that
cool.
was super, super impressive.
So cool.
Expecting that.
Reed doubling down on how cool that was by not saying the right thing to the press. Right, because like we both live in DC, right? Like,
Yeah.
you know better than to say that to a group of press corps members. Say
Yeah.
those things. Like, of course, these regular humans are gonna be like, buddy, your kid is not as important as 7 billion people.
Yeah, everyone would be. Honestly, once you open that door, like in actuality, like there would be like actual like riots and stuff. There would be more like there should have been more like end of the world, realistic end of the world stuff, and it seemed like life kind of moved as normal.
And I think that's actually the charm of how they set up the movie. It's like a modern days Jetsons 60s movie.
Yeah.
And the charm of that is they I guess this is on the director. They found a setting that is perfect. It's like, hey, let's give the future to the 60s and then remove all hatred.
Mm-hmm.
And that's gonna be our, we're gonna make boomers our version of boomers,
Mm-hmm.
and their parents and them as kids are gonna be society with no hatred, because the Fantastic Four is there to keep there from being hatred.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the society we've made. There wouldn't be any we think there would be riots, of course, but they're not gonna riot. They love these 4 people, right? So It's like, wow, that's really thoughtful. I've overused it, but thoughtful. Like, it's really smart the way, to me, the way that, because of course in the 60s this happens, that building's coming down.
Yeah. Yeah, and certain people are not like standing there, and yeah.
I was kind of afraid that Herbie would be the Crypto of this movie.
You didn't like Crypto, I'm guessing.
Crypto was overused.
Yeah, I agree with that.
He was overused. Herbie was perfect, except for he went back into his bay in the ship over and over and over again.
I didn't get that. I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, Herbie, they need your help. Just stay out.
I mean, I don't do a ton of video editing. You know, I do some, like a hobby.
Yeah.
And I would be like, all right, we can't have this motherfucker go back into his little home. What else was there? There's a few other things
that would good.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't think there's anything in it that's bad, other than you know, there's a 2.5 hour movie here. Like, to me, there's missing scenes from The Thing. Obviously, right. He's got this little girlfriend who lives in Brooklyn, and there's 3 scenes with her. Cool. And then there's this Johnny Storm where they're trying to make him seem childish because he eats cereal at the dinner table.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't take him super seriously. There's more there that they could have mined. It's like if you have a great joke, but you only use 30 seconds of it, and some like better comedians like, hey, that's a 5-minute joke. You know, let's extend, let's build, it feels like there's a 3-hour movie. And you saying that to me this morning changed my whole philosophy and scope on it, actually. Because I thought it was pretty perfect. And now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, oh, we could have.
Oh, the movie?
Yeah. I thought, to me, it felt like it's at the same level as Black Panther. It's as good as the first iteration, Phase 1, as good as any of the Phase 2 movies. With the exception of Winter Soldier and Avengers 1. I like Ultron a lot. I know a lot of people don't like Ultron a lot. And it's of that caliber.
Yeah.
Like, this was the right movie to go into an Avengers that has all these seminal groups. That's what I thought. I don't know. Did you think the same thing?
I mean, I guess in retrospect, like, yeah, I mean, they did as well as you could have done considering the circumstances, considering they have to like reboot this whole franchise. I mean, it's the best Fantastic Four movie by far. I'm just greedy and wanted it to be like longer, more to it. But I mean, they really like the story moving quickly, I guess, isn't always like a bad thing because no part's like dragged. But yeah, it's just I wanted more like of the characterization. Like I don't love their and Pedro Pascal as Reed. I never did. He's not bad, but he's just like boring. There's nothing to the character really.
Well, Reed Richards in the comics isn't necessarily a great person.
Right.
So he was a little bit of that horrible person, a little. But Pedro Pascal's so charming.
Right. It's not believable. It's not be a horrible person.
It's not believable that he would consider putting his child on the chopping block. Like, at no point did I think, even though that's a part of the story, they actually talk about it for like 10 minutes. At no point was I like, that dude, that's, you know, he's too nice. What do you mean? Like I said, I think Pedro Pascal could have gotten recast. It could have been anybody, honestly.
Yeah.
All except for Vanessa Kirby. I think all 3, sure. Great.
Fine, yeah, literally, it could have been anybody because Johnny. I mean, I like Johnny, but then again, that could have been anybody. Like,
He looked in some of the scenes. He looked like a blonde. He looked like he was just a blonde version of a younger Robert Downey Jr.
Right, because he looks just like him.
He looks just like him, right? Okay, cool. It's not just me.
Yeah.
Hilarious. Hilarious. No, I think, you know, this was the right movie. We saw that in credit scene from Thunderbolts,
Yeah.
where the ship's arriving
Yeah.
to our 616 Earth, I guess.
Right.
And I was expecting more universal. I was expecting there to be a more connection to. I'm glad it was just a Fantastic Four movie.
Mhm.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
I was expecting him to be talking about, oh, we could connect to other universes and teleport there, or fly. You know what I mean? I was expecting them to, and they didn't do that. They kept it right with the Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I was expecting certain things from the story, but I was fine. I guess in the end I was fine with that.
I'd rather that. I'd rather that. I don't want Ultron again. I love Ultron. I don't need Ultron. I don't need Ant-Man and the third Ant-Man. Is that the really bad one that they had Kang the Conqueror as a villain?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't need all of this, like, oh, we need the rest. Like, Thunderbolts was a Thunderbolts movie. Did you notice the lack of Latveria in the story?
I only noticed it in that scene where they're painting through the countries and there's no one sitting there. Yeah, I noticed that.
It's interesting that they did that on intentionally. I
Mm.
guess it was just to say he's not in this movie.
Yeah.
I think that was he's not in this movie.
Okay. So I think I remember like what my biggest issue with the movie was.
Okay.
Was the lack of them using their powers, specifically Reed, because I think I know stretching VFX can be difficult, obviously, but like when he started stretching at the end, I had forgotten, like, oh yeah, he stretches. Like I did, like, because he hadn't done anything for the whole movie, and even when he did, while it was like cool, it was kind of just used to traverse. And not to like talk about other movies, and I know it's like hard for the VFX, but like I'm a big Incredibles fan and like a fan of the comics, and I feel like there's so much more, even with Invisible Woman, there's so much creativity you can like mine out of the two of their powers specifically that they didn't do. Like Reed uses stretching to like write on the chalkboard over here and also like climb buildings fast. And then Invisible Woman was just kind of like pushing things, you know, with her. I just wanted there to be much more creativity with their power usage because their powers are so unique.
Yeah. I was going to say, I don't think he even did the thing where he's stretching and writing on the board while he's like sipping coffee. I don't think that was even happening.
Yeah.
Like even that would have been nice. Or if he's running tests in one room while doing something in another room.
Right. Even in his own
none of that
didn't even like.
Yeah, none of that happened.
Right.
I thought that was a missed opportunity too. There was a significant lack of powers. Except for Johnny Storm.
Yeah.
They clearly spent a ton of money on that.
Yeah, he looked great.
Clearly. Like, I like that they didn't the one part. Okay, there's two things that are major, just kind of took me out. They're not like big things, but they're big things. None of the time did Johnny Storm destroy the suits he was in when he was flying in fire.
Like his regular clothes.
Yeah. I mean, the famous scene in the trailer where at the very end where he's shooting full force at something. He's in street clothes, you know. And then what was the other thing? Okay, this is gonna be a nitpick for everyone that I know who's a sci-fi fan. You at no point can shoot a rocket in the middle of a city. At no point can you take a space shuttle off a platform in the middle of the city. You can't even. You can barely take a plane. Yeah. Like if they were skyscrapers here, they couldn't have an airport where it is. At where Reagan is, just because there's not. Anyway, that part will bother my dad. Like that'll pull my dad out. He's like, that's not even in fantasy. You can't do that. That's not. That might be a comic book thing, but let's not. Like we could do better.
Yeah, it's a bit insane.
It's a bit insane. I think even a 5-year-old would be like, is that possible?
'cause I was watching it. I was like, there's a reason we don't have otherwise. Yeah, we would have like fucking spaceports and
Right.
like right next to the city. I mean, it
Which
looks
would,
cool.
if you had that kind of travel, there would be spaceports. That's another thing that I was like, okay, because if they're faster than light travel and they've got these cool ships, why are they not in space? Why is there not some interstellar defense mechanism? I don't know. That was another part where I was like, okay, let's. It,
It-
we're come on. What are we doing? You guys can do faster than light travel
yeah,
and teleport, but you don't have some sort of defense mechanism for the Earth. Okay, sure.
right.
Uh,
Yeah.
I guess my number one. I had a number one pet peeve, and I can't really remember it. And that I think was my number one pet peeve. Was that thing? Oh, the thing I noticed, and I don't know if people picked up on it. They were pretty heavy-handed on the not having enough power, like energy to
Oh, yeah,
support Reed's thoughts and what he wanted to do.
right.
Um, it'll be interesting to see, like they obviously don't have arc reactors, is what I'm saying,
Hmm.
which is cool, right? Their science is built different than what the MCU science is built on,
Hmm.
right? Because Riri Williams built an Iron Man suit in her basement,
Hmm.
which is run on the sun. I don't think this universe has that kind of thing. You know what I mean? I think that was intentional, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like the power problem was intentional.
Well, yeah, it seemed like they have like other technology that was almost like more advanced though, because
Right.
the force field, the fact that they were they were gonna teleport the entire Earth.
Wild.
Like, I don't know that they could do that in the regular. Someone would think to do that and also build it in less than a month.
Uh,
Um,
that's another part of the book. We were talking about Project Hail Mary,
mhm.
and that's another part of the book is this event happens that's world annihilating, population annihilating event, and everyone on Earth comes together to work to solve the issue. Project Hail Mary is what it's called. It's similar situation. I was like, okay, this is the same story.
Mhm.
This Fantastic Four story and that Project Hail Mary story have the same energy. Yeah, what I did like about the teleportation thing was if you were able to do it, and we're not, the way they showed it is exactly how I envisioned it in my head, which is a full-on headcanon fantasy thing. But essentially, you have the ag inside a field, and inside that field, you have certain conditions, right? Atmosphere, whatever. You have gravity, all that, and then for the egg to transport, you'd have to create the exact same conditions somewhere else for this to go to here,
Mhm.
for it to degenerate and regenerate through some sort of data.
Mhm.
I was like, oh, that's exactly. They illustrated, like they brought in a physicist to do that for sure.
Mm.
To say that if we were going to do this, this is what it would look like. I thought it was kind of cool.
I wonder if you would need like that feat, because when he was doing the eggs, he had like another thing over here that had the same technology. Do you have to have all of those force fields in the place you're trying to teleport to, or I don't,
Ooh, good
I don't
question.
but
Yeah, how that's a great question. Would they need to have all of those same conditions at the other place in space?
yeah, and also like, oh, Galactus won't find us. I'm like, yeah, he would. Like, sure, or maybe he wouldn't. I guess the universe is so big, but I'm just curious where you think you're going to teleport to that that everything would be fine. Like,
Bro, you
like,
and that is okay.
yeah, I
I
mean
guess
that's too in the weeds.
I
But
guess that is another, that's another plot point. Or as a sci-fi nerd, I'm like, buddy, you're telling me you found an identical star.
right,
You're gonna put this planet in an identical place. that has identical gravity pulling against it, and you have to teleport the moon. Because if you don't have the moon, everyone dies on Earth. Like, not
Right.
everyone, but all right. Did you notice that the speaking of the moon, that it said fantastic or whatever it said Future Foundation, and it said 5 on it and not 4 on the flag
At the no, I
on the
didn't.
moon? Yeah, when
Mhm.
what they have a shot of the moon, I guess something's flying over, and
No, I
yeah,
didn't
it
notice.
said 5 on it. It didn't say 4. I was like, oh boy, is that a Doom reference? Are we making a Doom reference right there that he used to be part of the team and now he's not part of the team? What are we doing here?
Yeah, yeah, no, I would have been.
I tried to pick up on that because it's in Deadpool and Wolverine when they're in the streets fighting that you can see all like the creators' names on,
Right.
anyway.
Oh, shit.
Going so you got this. Is this in your like top third of MCU movies?
Um, Probably, but not for the reasons I would normally like a movie. I would say like craftsmanship wise and like set design and VFX were like pretty top tier. Um, Story wise, not quite, but I've also like downgraded so many of the MCU movies over time that it could be for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I think for me it definitely lands there, mainly on top of the villain and the Silver Surfer and
Yeah.
Vanessa Kirby's performance. I think everything else is just standard MCU fare.
Right.
Um, and then do you think what is are there any key interactions that you're looking forward to with any of the Fantastic Four and anyone else that's currently in the MCU, sans Doctor Doom and Vanessa Kirby? Like, we already know that's going to be a thing. So,
Oh yeah. I mean, there's a ton. I mean, literally, Sue Storm and Namor
oh
um,
yeah, yeah,
is a big one. I would have liked to have seen Reed with Tony Stark and Bruce Banner.
oh, that's for sure going to happen.
You
Oh
know,
right, we can't do Tony Stark. Damn.
yeah. And then Johnny with Spider Man, or Johnny with any of the younger heroes, I guess.
Yeah, Johnny with Spider-Man is one. After watching this movie, I was like, all right, that's gonna be pretty cool. He's gonna be. Oh my god, you have flame powers! I can hear that said in my head
Yeah.
already. Yeah. I think, like I said, Vanessa Kirby with any of the other adult male characters, I'm looking forward to. Outside of Scott Summers, but they need to land Scott Summers. They can't screw him up. Like,
Mm,
don't make it the 97 Scott Summers, the X-Men 97 Scott Summers, not the one from the other movies. Make
mm.
him cool. Like, make him cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. And you think this is gonna land pretty well with what's going on? I think it's next December is when Avengers Doomsday comes out. Got a year and a half to go. You think it's gonna land?
Yeah, I mean, I would like it to. I have no idea what the story is gonna be or how, because like, this is another tangent. I'm curious as how the Fantastic Four would even like perceive like the regular MCU, because in their own world they're basically like gods and they're like unilaterally like deciding the fate of the world with no input from anyone else.
Right.
Uh but yeah, I'm curious how they get there and how all these characters interact, because like we said before, like I thought the story was going to be that they lose their world, which would have been dark, but that would have been the reason that they come into the, because at the end of the day they need to like be in the regular MCU with everyone else at the end of the day.
Yeah, where my thought was going with that was when Loki gets killed at the beginning of Avengers Infinity War. He is essentially a jobber, and Thor gets beat and Hulk gets beat. Essentially, at the beginning of that movie, they let you know the villain in this is going to be formidable. Right? That's the first thing they tell you.
Mhm.
Right? That's what that's for. He gets jobbed. I don't foresee that happening now, because I thought Galactus or whomever was going to follow them They lose. Galactus follows them into the 616 universe somehow, and then Doctor Doom defeats him like that. And it's like, oh, Doctor Doom is a dog. I thought it would be something like that. So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see, because I do think we're going to get that X-Men versus Avengers versus Fantastic Four movie. That's
Yeah.
what. That's yeah. I mean,
old
unfortunately.
X-Men. I guess you can't recast everyone so quickly, but yeah.
Do you have I know we're running up against the clock. Do you have anyone of the old X-Men? Do you have any idea who you'd recast them as? Or
What
who, you-
X-Men?
who would like, who is your Wolverine now?
That's the toughest one. I have no idea. Like, I heard they're trying to go young. I would keep them. I would have liked them to be a little bit older, not too young, because I don't know any young actors. Do you have anybody?
No. I have like joking ones, like Zac Efron playing Wolverine would be awesome and hilarious just because he's jacked. Or Daniel Radcliffe playing Wolverine would be hilarious to me.
I never understood that one, but yeah.
But that'd be hilarious. I think anyone could play Scott Summers. They could hire me to play Scott Summers, as an adult. But
Yeah.
I do hope they keep McAvoy and Fassbender. I do not think they will,
No, they're not.
but I wish they would, because those are my two favorite parts of X-Men. Is those two actors playing those two roles.
Yeah. I would try to get Fassbender playing. If he's not playing Magneto, I would have him playing someone else like ASAP. I would have liked him as Doom, honestly. So.
Ooh. Yeah. Having RDJ play Doom, there's got to be something.
Yeah,
there's got to be
to that. Like,
there's got to be something to that, because yeah, like he's some evil twin brother or something.
Right.
I don't really know. Either way, I think that'll be it for us. Running to a hard out. We'll catch up soon, maybe, hopefully, talk about when MC News drops. The Hall H is happening tomorrow at San Diego Comic-Con. So I imagine we might get some footage or some images of costumes at the very least.
They don't have a panel.
Do they not? I thought they had the panel tomorrow.
I don't think they have a panel this year.
I could be wrong. Either way, we'll talk about some stuff soon. If you like this content, please like and subscribe and share. And we appreciate your time, everyone.